Hello and welcome back to another Understand Your Buyer video. In this video, we're looking at the defensive model. So what is it? Well, when it comes to helping your buyer decide if they should choose you over the competition, a simple defensive model can highlight the most important factors that the buyer needs to consider when making their decision, and this helps to reduce the decision-making complexity for them and making it easier to compare and to decide by presenting them with, quite often it's 4 main things within the matrix like the diagram here, but with a few basic simple characteristics, facets, parts of your offering to consider as an easy way to compare. How does it work? Well, I'll give you a quick example here. So if this is a defensive model for a budget airline versus a full price airline, as it were. So when you're choosing the right flight, we've got to consider the cost of the ticket. Does that include baggage? Can you choose your seat? And is there in-flight food? So whilst the budget airline, the cost of the ticket might be really low, which is awesome, you've got to pay for baggage, pay for your seat, pay for your food. Once you add everything together, it might work out worse and more expensive if you just bought a proper flight in the first place. If we look at the full price airline, it pretty much inverts. So the cost of the ticket is higher, which is why it's in red. And we use a simple red, amber, green traffic light system to denote things that are good, not really sure either way, and bad. So the cost of the ticket here is quote unquote bad because it's more expensive, but it does include baggage allowance, choosing your seat, and in-flight food. So just picking between 2 airlines of who's got the lowest rate isn't the best way of doing it, because it depends what you want. So a defensive model allows you to give different facets, different pieces of information to people to help them make a better decision, and that's why it exists. It just simplifies that. It removes the complexity for the buyer. So how can you use it? Well, it can vary from business to business, but essentially you need to pick 4 elements, the top 4 elements that will matter to your buyer, and we can kind of use this list as a good example and then arrange them in a matrix style. Now the factors that your competitors fall behind on are then color coded in amber and red, whereas the factors that meet the expectations or needs of your buyer are in green. So we can consider things like speed of result, longevity of result, whether it's the support is free or paid for, do you offer guarantees or warranties, the cost or pricing to purchase, to maintain, etc. There's literally there alone 18 different things we can consider. What you need to think about, as per the airline example, is what matters to your buyer. Do they care about free baggage, choosing their seat, and having in-flight food? If they do, then it goes into our defensive model and it makes sense. If they don't care, then we just need to pick something else. So that's the defensive model, creating a simple matrix of elements that are necessary for the quote-unquote right solution to your buyer's problem, allows them to make a better and more informed and simpler buying decision. Well, that's it for another Understand Your Buyer video, and if you like this kind of stuff, then you'll definitely like the book, which you can buy at understandyourbuyer.com.